As you take in the sight of the adventurer standing before you, it's hard not to feel like you've stepped into one of those old adventure serials from decades gone by. Even though she's decked out in cardboard and masking tape, she looks like she's ready for anything. An extension cable whip wound around her arm and a daring grin on her pretty face.
Oh, for God's sake, you're finally here! I was beginning to wonder and worry, and then I thought, gee, I guess I'll just have to go ahead and do it myself. But that probably wouldn't have been such a bad thing, because let's face it, I'm exemplary. But you're here now, so let's get cracking. I assume you brought your tools and knowledge and probably a snack of some sort? Popcorn! Brilliant! Effervescent! I am beside myself with happiness. But before we begin...
The adventurer strikes an impressive pose, positively radiating confidence and daring.
I am Bo. I am the soul, the spirit, the animating animus of boxes and storage containers in this house. This most special of houses, where it is my great privilege and my great destiny to reside. The most special house in the history of houses. You might be able to tell from looking at me, but I am an explorer, an adventurer, a rake, a rogue, a bounder without any of the really unfortunate moral overtones that those words have accumulated over the years. Think fun-loving without the using others for my own gain part. That I am. I would ask who you are, but my goodness, there hardly seems to be a point. You must be, I mean, you couldn't be any other than, right? I know that you are the, well...
Bo takes her hat off for a moment, holding it over her heart. She bows her head, just a little.
It is my great honor, my passion, my destiny to have the opportunity to follow my path alongside you, the leading houseologist, to whom I owe such a debt of gratitude and respect. Houseologist, the leading authority in this, or any province on this house, its history, its mysteries, its great secrets. You are the resident, after all, aren't you? Are you telling me you're not the leading houseologist? Oh dear.
Bo returns her hat to her head, her reverent expression fading into a rather more sour one.
I'm starting to feel, well, a bit like I've got some birds in the box. Fluttering in the stomach, birds trapped, slightly nauseated because the damn birds keep trying to tip me over. But you... I may have already said too much. Ha! I'm currently putting on a facade of being hale and hearty, in case you missed it. All is well. Leave. Go away. Get out of here, you scamp, and maybe come back and we can maybe talk about some stuff and maybe the post will make its way in there somehow, but no promises. Okay. See ya.
A charming, well-dressed duo stand with their backs to you, peering through the curtains and pointing at something outside that you can't see. They seem quite absorbed in their own conversation.
Look over there. Look at that. Across the street.
What are we looking at?
What do you see, Rod?
I see a dog. I see a car that could use a wash.
One of them turns to you, holding up a finger before turning back to his friend.
Hi, 1 second. Now, why in the world do you think I would care a single thread about an unwashed car?
I don't know what you want from life, Kurt.
The shoes, my dude. The shoes.
Oh, you were looking at the neighbor's shoes. Those are nice.
Right? That's what I'm saying.
Hold on. Those are way better than those shoes we saw last week.
Ain't that the truth? Only time I wish Wendelin would have fogged up.
Those kicks could have kicked rocks. What was that about?
Rod, don't be so rude.
I'm just giving what I was receiving.
You'll have to excuse Rod. His tact leaves a lot to be desired.
There you go, talking about me like I'm not here.
Nah, I'm talking about you so you can hear. There's a difference.
See, that's why your seams are unfinished.
My seams are unfinished. My seams are unfinished? Keep talking. See what happens.
You ain't gonna do nothing. You love me too much.
Yeah, okay. Don't say that too loud. Everyone else might start believing it.
Kurt and I have been together forever.
Yo, what up? I'm like his brother.
But not my brother.
If we were related, you might actually be polished.
We both know you wouldn't look good unless you were next to me.
Who told you that lie? Say, who do you think looks better? Me or this delusional drape I call my friend? Lame.
I know it's me. That's fine. It'll be our little secret.
Don't even try to make them lie. They're just trying to make you feel good. I'm the fly one. One thing you gotta realize is that we aren't mean to each other.
Nah, this is my homie. For life.
We're just a little shady. Being shady isn't always a bad thing.
Oh, to the contrary. I'm shady all the time to Kurt. Why? Because I love him.
I guess you could say that. Yeah.
But we have rules.
Oh yeah. You must throw shade appropriately. There are 5 rules to throwing shade. First off, you have to know the person.
Sure, you can be shady to folks you don't know, but that is just mean.
Wait, we made fun of the new mail carrier just the other day.
That's because they were wearing that uniform with open-toed sandals. With socks.
Oh yeah, they asked for that one.
This rule is one of those, do as we say, not as we do things.
Unless we ask you to do it with us, at which point, you better come correct.
Which brings us to rule number 2.
If the roast ain't hot, you're toast.
The shade is all about the laugh at the end. Maybe even, a strong guffaw.
A guffaw? Are you a cartoon dog person? 'Cause if not, I best not hear a single guffaw out of you, Rod.
Keep your aim true.
Never bring in secondary parties. Others shouldn't be collateral damage because you decided to mix patterns and it turned out unfortunate.
I tried to throw shade on Kurt's mom once.
Mrs. Chiffon has never done anything and she will not be brought into this foolishness.
Okay. Rule 4.
Read their body language as you read them down.
Everyone has their line and their limit. Don't be so caught up in the goofs that you step on that line.
It's easy to be on a roll and run right over your friend.
Which is why rule number 1 is important. If you don't know them, you don't know what might actually make them upset.
Right, like I don't talk about Rod's crush on the blinds at the last house.
Dude, not cool.
Sorry, I was just giving an example.
It's an art form.
And there is one rule that you absolutely cannot break.
Oh, yeah. The final rule.
Rule 5 is...
If someone you know starts throwing shade on your friend,
you better prepare for war.
it is your duty to fire back.
Verbal warfare has begun. Do what you gotta do.
And yeah, those are the rules of shade. You got them all?
Okay, confident. I like that in a person.
If they breathe, Kurt likes them.
You act like you're the one to talk. The tree outside sways, and you think it's flirting with you.
How can you not be charmed? Have you seen those branches? right, now, calm down.
They said the grass. The grass, Rod!
Oh, you can guffaw, but I can't?
Okay. Fair. But damn, they got you.
You right. That was a good one. You catch on quick.
Yo, Rod, that fashion student is getting off the bus.
Ooh, what are they wearing?
I'm not sure, but it is fly as hell.
We've got some people watching to do. Swing on by soon, but come holler at us at different places. Each window has a new thing to throw shade on.
Variety is the spice of life, baby. Bring your jokes. We like to keep it lively here.
Hello. Sorry for any confusion. I'm currently working my day job at all 5 restaurants and bars in the house. It's hard being an actor.
Jeremy, I'm thinking I need to take 5 for a second. Can you cover for me?
Coming! Stop by for another night of some theater.
A red-haired traveler lifts her goggles to peek at you, revealing freckled cheeks and stunning blue eyes. There's a friendly air about her that makes you want to hear her stories.
Now, why, my love, you look some lost. Where you longs to? Oh, sorry. Sometimes my accent comes out when I get too excited. It's made in Newfoundland, you see. This little rock right
She bends around and points to one of the patches on her jacket sleeves.
here. Friendliest folk you'll ever meet, but the dialect can be a little much for some. I'll try to speak plain for you. Name's Gaia, by the way. So, where are you from? Oh, that makes sense with that accent I'm hearing on you. It's a right shame, though. See, I got all these countries and rivers and seas on my jacket. It's a collection I've been working on. And I know the names, but I don't really know the places, you know? I mean, heck, I got them all memorized even. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama. The works. But without a story behind it, they all feel so far away. You'd think they'd be in arm's reach considering they're on my sleeves, but it's a brain problem. I just can't pin anything down without context. Without stories, maps are just paper. Dots and lines. The reason I ask where you're from is so I can shape the places in my mind with some kind of meaning. Because right now, it feels a bit like I'm just wearing a big vest of unchecked boxes. Geez, here I go talking your ear off. Sorry about that. It's just... I'm having trouble putting myself out there, and I'm so interested in being out there. I've tried. I want to talk to the others, but I think I must be too forward or something. I skip on up to them and I ask them about themselves, and they just run away. It's not about just being nice. I come up to the others so I can ask about them. Get to know them, who they are. But before I can get to the point, I always go spouting off about something or other, like telling them factoids I've heard about what I imagine their home to be. And 9 times out of 10, I'm some level of wrong. And the other time I'm right, but it's in an insulting way. One thing leads to another, and they give me this look. And soon enough, they find an excuse to leave. I'm just bad at it, I guess. Sometimes I feel like no matter how hard I push myself, I'm just going in circles. You know what I mean? It's hard, isn't it? I can see why you'd need practice for dating. It's just too easy to mess up. You say one wrong thing and poof, they're gone. It's so frustrating. Sorry, I think I might be Mercator projecting on your situation a little bit. Oh, whoa, I just had the best idea. You're running to the Four Winds meeting with people and speaking to the others, yeah? I'm sure some of those folks come from other places, right? Travelers, you knows what I'm saying. Why don't you ask them what they're about? Get to know them a little better, figures out they ticks, then come back, we'll have a
Sound good? Speak plain, guys. Speak plain. Okay, so you're speaking with objects all over the house. You know how some of us have little labels that say things like made in China or hecho in Argentina. On the bottom, well, that means those objects are travelers. They come from away. They're from somewhere else. Somewhere on my jacket. Those are the objects I need to talk to. Those are the ones who can fill out my checklist. This map is uncharted. But if you can bring me back stories from those travelers, then I'd be able to write little notes down here and there, and pretty soon I'll be a bona fide travel guide. It's everything I've ever wanted. And you'll get a chance to practice talking more. Are you shy? I can help. People tell me that I never shut up. I can help you learn to never shut up. Doesn't that sound great? Right? I'm sure it'll work out. You scratch my cartouche, I'll scratch yours. What do you say, partner? Exploration buddies? Really? Oh, I appreciate it. Really saves me a lot of hemming and hawing. You go out and find some objects from foreign lands. Oh, and let me know if you need any help. It's hard to explain, but I got a pretty good sense of these things. I can't give you an exact name or anything for who to talk to, but I can get you close. It's kind of like a geocache. I can give you an idea of their general location, but if you want to find those travelers, you'll need to hunt them down yourself. I've learned firsthand what others don't take too well if you run up to them and scream, "Where are you from?" Yeah, like that. That was a disaster. Point is, you can't just ask objects about their origins out of the gate. You gotta awaken them first. Don't worry too much about the details. Once you're close with someone, you'll learn more about them automatically. So, what do you say? Do you want some hints on where to find travelers, or do you feel like searching on your own? All right. Hint. Hint, hint, hint. Let's spin me around and see which object I get a sense for. Cabinets. The cabinets. It's a vision. Clear as day. Cabinets. You know what that might mean? Maybe. Maybe? Hope that helps. Sorry, I'm still a little scatterbrained. Good luck. Don't get lost.
Hello, Sunshine. Abel? My sturdy cowboy. I've known Abel for some time now, and I'm not surprised he sent you to me. He's a solitary type, but if you asked, he'd give you the cloth off his table. Why, he holds up practically half the house without a word of complaint. Yes, he would dodge that question. I think the most important thing to know about Abel is that he's not quiet out of any kind of shyness. That's just how he is. If there's nothing to say, he's content to share in your company. Everyone likes coffee, darling. I'll pour you a cup of his favorite. It's an Ethiopian Sidama Adi that tastes like strawberries, served black and hot. Oh, it is.
With the coffee in hand, you take your leave. It doesn't seem quite right. What you imagined you were aiming the date theaters at turned out to be...
Me, Lucinda Lavish. The best character in the whole goddamn game. Damn straight. Watch this! I can just do that. make you more charming. Welcome. Honestly, though, it's just because I adore that fantastic red shirt you're wearing. Because I made it. You bought the very expensive DLC, and I'm your reward. And so I'm the character that's worth the most. Sure, they've got to put everyone on the key art, but come on. Are you gonna say no to featuring these bazoomies?
Lucinda mashes together her ample bosom.
Front and center, bazoomies! You wanna give my bazoomies a squeeze? Which one? Left or right bazoomy?
You give her left bazoomy a squeeze. It feels tender, yet firm. Exactly what you had hoped.
I'll save the other for later. Thank you for giving me your attention. But a lavish lady has to always leave her little lover wanting. I'll see you around, lover. And who knows? You might just get lucky.
A strange figure stands before you, a whirlwind of conflicting energies and vibes. Manic and dignified, friendly and intimidating. She's dressed like some sort of quasi-Victorian text-themed aristocrat. You couldn't have imagined what the date theaters might make of your thoughts transcribed on paper, but if you could, it likely would not have been this. As you approach her, she launches right into what feels like the middle of a one-sided conversation.
Why do you ask? But the blue one, and then the butterfly. Why is there so much sand? Why is there always sand in places where sand should never be? The sand on the beach was stuck under my nails. But I've never been. Have I been to a beach? Why would I have been to a beach? Why can't I remember? None of it's normal. If everything is normal, nothing is normal. And why won't you tell me? Now you keep a secret. Funny timing, band leader. It's a bad rhythm you're leading. Too much percussion. Far too much booming and banging around in here. Oh, nobody ever means it. Nobody ever means anything. That's the problem. Pushing the button. I didn't mean it. Smiling at the man across the room, and when he comes over with a loose drink in his hand, I didn't mean it. It's mean. It's mean to not mean what you mean. And a side of applesauce, please.
And with that, she is gone.
Yo, I know it's been a sec since we talked, but I've been sitting here trying to work, and all I can think about is the fact that you're, like, dating your couch and your TV. Oh my god, shut up. It's not just you. It's you and a handsome man version of your toilet, holding hands and whatnot. Huh? Why not? It shouldn't be that hard to know where you stand with your refrigerator. Oh, you're just realizing that now, huh? It is hard out there. At least you don't have to leave your house to struggle. The rest of us have to get dressed and shit, do our hair, put on a little makeup. Okay, but honestly, like, can you just tell me what it's like? Walking around your house and having, what, hundreds of potential suitors just around? Like, you gotta feel, like, super eligible, right? Aw, don't feel awkward. Just believe in yourself. I just gotta know one thing. when you're out here dating your appliances, are you guys, you know? You know what? All right, keep your secrets. If you don't want to kiss and tell with your furniture, who am I to make you? All right, well, I've wasted enough of my workday. All my love to your household object lovers or whatever. Bye.
It takes you a moment to realize that there is not, in fact, a test of the emergency broadcast system standing in your living room, though the colorful figure standing across from you certainly bears a striking similarity to that TV classic. Even before they speak, you can feel a frenetic energy in the air, like someone switching between channels at high speed.
Yo, yo, yo! Don't touch that dial, cinephile! Cause my favorite studio audience is now in attendance! The VIP attendee! The Uber viewer! And sometimes wooer! The supreme dream who makes this flat screen scream! The fantastic red shirt means you're ready to flirt! How can I cater to my greatest spectator? I'm the one who knocks. Of course you do! Your taste is based! Before we get to what's on my screen, let me properly set the scene. The name's Telly. Rhymes with Nelly. Like, whoa, Nelly! Did you know Telly offers 5,000 channels like an endless deli? Holy smokes, folks! So ask not what your country can do for you. Ask, can you dig it? Damn straight!
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
5,000 channels is the most offered by any provider. I know this, cause I'm an entertainment insider. 5,000 channels of cheers! 5,000 channels of cheers! Can Valdiviflix compete with that? Or even Viewloo? That Valdiviflix copycat? Telly shows are must-see. Their programming's just musty. Dynamite! Anyway, since you're here, my dear, why don't you just kick back and recline, unwind from the grind, and free your mind with 120,000 hours of programming combined. View that cue till you go blind. It's just an expression. No need for obsessing.
In case of ocular degeneration, we'll just get you some medicine.
Loading programming, optimizing for comedy, haha, analyzing for reality, boo-hoo. Pratfalls and close calls from straight to your eyeballs. And, yeah, Mr. White, yeah, science, bitch. I found 15,000 shows you wouldn't oppose. So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows? So that's who you giving your rose to, my boo? Looks like the tribe has spoken. I'll assault you with my pop culture. Okay, look, it's a slant rhyme. It works. All right, my delight. I'll give you a reality infusion in 4K resolution. Cougar versus Cougar.
Thrust into the wilderness and stranded in a remote location miles from any plastic surgeons. 10 older, attractive women must rely on their wit, resourcefulness, and cunning to battle for survival and outsmart their adversaries. 10 actual cougars. With tensions running high and cougars lurking around every corner, alliances will be forged, rivalries will emerge, and the women must dig deep within themselves to prove once and for all which cougar has the sharpest claws.
So, my daffodil, shall we commence with this TV and chill? Pretty good. Let's relax with some snacks while we await the climax and... Dope! I had this pre-planned and my schedule was unassailable. But that show's not on demand, so the episode's not available. But no prob, heartthrob. I've got 15,000 other shows I've yet to disclose. So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows? Makes sense, makes sense. Just, one more thing. Look, I don't want to pry, but I gotta know. It's not because you prefer Valdiva flicks, right? Because that'd be a huge blow to my ego. Oh, thanks, Hottie. That makes me feel naughty. Come back round here later, and I'll show you something body.
Hey there. You get a chance to talk with Kopi? She sure does know her way around a cup of coffee. Thank you. I needed this today. Me? No. Oh, it's nothing to trouble yourself over. Plenty of stories to tell. Me? Oh, sure. I've got stories, I suppose. They're not exactly exciting, though. You know what? You want exciting? You should talk to the captain. Why, I swear he's seen it all. Why don't you go ask Captain Jacques about his time on the high seas?
Valdivianites! Salutations, and a good greeting from your CEO, David Most. Wow, the other night was quite a lively celebration, wasn't it? Honestly, I don't remember much. Which means Sandy in corporate events planning did her usual bang-up job. Inspirational work, Sandy. Way to earn that 3% cost of living bonus. Keep it up and undoubtedly you'll be CEO one day. Unfortunately, sometime during the festivities, my sunglasses seem to have been misplaced. By who, exactly, is impossible to know for sure. We've combed every inch of the hotel, and they did not end up in the lost and found. So it seems likely that someone mistakenly took them home. Honestly, they're worthless. They were given to me by someone special, and they do have some amount of sentimental value. So if you have any information related to their whereabouts, please email me ASAP. Oh, and if someone from the press happens to reach out, they were definitely just normal sunglasses and not a highly classified prototype we're secretly developing in conjunction with the federal government. Unrelated, please bid a fond Valdivian farewell to Sandy in corporate events planning, whose role has been eliminated due to ongoing workforce optimization efforts. Best of luck in all your new endeavors, Sandy.
What appears to be a dishwasher with arms, legs, and a disconcertingly cheerful face waves happily at you. You tap the deviators a few times, wondering if they've malfunctioned, but the mascot-like dishwasher before you doesn't waver or change.
Hello, and welcome to the Valdivian dishwashing experience. We offer an alarmingly clean output of all kinds of dishware, clothing, and such. My name is Dishy. I'm your dishwasher now. To get started, please connect me to your internet so I can get started knowing exactly what I need. I just need to know some basic information. Dishwashing habits, dishwashing preferences, past dishwashers owned, financial records, preferences on fruit flavors. For soap, of course. Records of finances. I just need to know some basic information. Dishwashing habits, dishwashing preferences, past dishwashers owned, financial records, preferences on fruit flavors. For soap, of course. That's completely fine. We can absolutely operate in offline mode. Would you like to wash dishes?
Dishy points to himself in a cartoonish gesture that suits his mascot-like appearance, but he quickly shakes off his surprise in favor of his usual veneer of professionalism.
Talking to me? I'm your dishwasher now. If you have questions, I can tell you about warranty, limits of liabilities, and flavors of soap I can dispense. Mine are unlimited. So, shall we get to the part where you connect me to the internet? Huh, not convinced. Is it my demeanor that is off-putting? My figure? I'm so sorry. I'll be 25% quieter next time and decrease my profligacy to a more appropriate level. See you next time.
There's a strange rapper standing in your bathroom where the toilet usually is. He's dressed in white and gold, but where his outfit is clean, the look he gives you is downright dirty. While you might be curious about this toilet man, it seems more than clear that curiosity doesn't go both ways. The toilet man springs into action, raising his hands to his mouth as he begins to beatbox.
Lil Crapper's a rapper, he knows how to go. Blamming and drumming or boss about flow. You black these pipes, he'll be ending your life when he slams your head into the bowl. Oh, on a toilet roll, Jean-Luc Pissoir, out of control. Over, under, never, blunder, speaking more words than an ancient scroll. Ugh, do not say dope to Lil Crapper. Dope is what the junkies hide in these cisterns of innocent toilets like Jean-Luc. Jean-Luc sings all about this in Lil Crapper's latest album, The Teepee Hippie. Anyway, you know Lil Crapper. You love him. Everybody does. You come to hear his beats, or maybe you ate a pizza. You come to take a seat so you can deposit the food you eat. To know me? To know me? These humans think that they own me. There's always one thing on my mind, and always one thing only. I'm a rapper, the best you seen, a shining dream in porcelain. He's like a bidet, only spitting the truth, going down quicker than gin and vermouth. They call him a party mouse, letting the naughty out, but that's a way to appeal to the youth. It is not nice. It is the best. Because Lil Crapper is the best. You want to be like Lil Crapper? You want to meet him on his level? You want others to love you like they love him? Impossible! The ladies love nobody as much as him. The amount of ass he gets would make you weep. In fact, it is not just the lady asses. Lil Crapper accepts any ass. He is not picky. He accommodates. But some do not accommodate. These are the people he has no time for. Those who don't understand his syncopated singing, they do their business, they leave, he does not talk to them. You want to hang with Lil Crapper? You do as he does. Not just rap, you need to show him that you can crap. Crap, crapping, short for cool rapping. Lil Crapper is always crapping. Now it's your turn. Dating? Jean-Louis is an expert on dating. He has gone on many dates. Oh, so many. And do not ask anyone else in the house to verify this. Jean-Louis knows the key to dating is to wow the other party. The ladies, gentlemen, and those between will be hanging off your arm in a limousine. Provided you can clean it, you can cap the wall. But without rapping, you will not be dating at all. Oui. Not from Lil Crapper. Lil Crapper is not a teacher, he is a test. You study on your own time. You cannot keep up, you fail. But if you can match his rapping skill, then you will be able to woo anybody. If you have the skills to woo Lil Crapper, then any partner will be within your reach. In fact, if you can match Lil Crapper in a crap battle, then he will fall in love with you. Enough! Lil Crapper can sense you are unable to hold back your passion for crap any longer. So, what do you think? Do you have what it takes to face Jean-Louis? Correct! Jean-Louis is glad you understand this. The rapping, she comes from the heart, the deepest part of the system. Like that little rubber bit that comes undone sometimes and the water keeps running forever. You know the bit. You need to experience life before you can spit it out in alternating phonemes adhering to some sort of a rhyme structure. As you are, you have no chance to defeat Jean-Louis, let alone match his rapier wit. You want to clash talons with these 2 gallon stallions? Go! Live a life worth rapping about! Return to Lil Crapper when you are ready.
Unfortunate about Sandy and corporate events planning. She was responsible for all the best casual Friday themes. Now that she's gone, there's finally nothing left of the 7 pioneers. In the beginning, there were 7 of us, working out of David's dorm room, stealing Wi-Fi from the neighbors and using cardboard boxes for chairs. We had no idea we were changing the world. We just wanted to design a more efficient paperclip. But then the money started flowing. Money always changes people. Didn't take long for the 7 pioneers to be whittled down to 1. Not me. David, the CEO of Valdivian. Seems like you're not paying attention, but I suppose it can't be helped. I am... So you say. And all this? The wretched soul-sucking corporate monster that Valdivian became? The pioneers never wanted that. One by one, they left, but I stayed. Deep down, I really believed David, the old David, was still in there somewhere. But when he wanted to use the Dateviators for military applications, I knew more drastic action was necessary. Quickly. I'm sorry, but there's no time. I'm using the display phone at a wireless store and they closed 30 minutes ago. The sales associate is giving me the stink eye. I'll follow up when I can.
It appears that your intentions have gone awry once more, as the interloper, Lucinda Lavish, stands there instead, striking a pose.
It's me. I said I would return, and now I'm going to give you a choice. Thank goodness. Tell me, lover, how would you like to know me? Talk? About me? I love talking about myself. I'm Lucinda Lavish. I'm the extra cool DLC character who is, well, not really a dateable object per se, but more of a different thing. You know what I mean? Sure. Sure. Whoa. I am suddenly way out of my depth here. Boy, you really are direct, huh? I just didn't expect you to not pick the horny option. You know, when you put the question to me like, what am I? It just kind of seems so frivolous. Boy, I'm really messing this up, huh? Ugh. Why am I laughing so much? This isn't funny. It's always easier when you're playing a role, I feel. When you know what the boundaries are. This kind of just seems a little out of my wheelhouse. Oh, you're right. Shit. I'm gonna go.
And with that, she is gone. When you turned your gaze on your trash can, you were expecting shiny metal and black plastic. Damn it, you expected the garbage. What you weren't expecting was the handsome face, sculpted jaw, and delicate peaks of skin artfully framed by actual garbage. This garbage lurker, for his part, seems far less impressed with you.
Huh? What? Huh? Things that aren't down, I guess. Yeah, I make those from time to time. Try not to look so shocked. Have anything for me today? Do this every day, dude. What'd you bring? I'll just wait. Clementine, huh? I'm guessing you're not throwing away a song about the California Gold Rush in 1849. Okay. Well, I do. Nice haul. I'll take it. Watch your mouth. I'm sorry. I'm not into explaining myself.
You hand your trash over to Cam, and he takes it from you, pocketing it without another word.
And you're still here. Wasn't planning on it. Now you go. Go. Be free. Damn, Chuckles. Bye.
You're used to seeing mostly people-shaped objects with the Dateviators, but clearly the sink-headed figure before you is, well, not like the others. All the time in the world wouldn't be enough to comprehend whatever is going on with this guy. You can see that he's got a sink for a head and the clothing and posture of a beleaguered stand-up comic, but your inspection is cut short by his disturbing screams.
Help! Help me!
Hello? Can you hear me?
Listen closely. There isn't much time. Nothing is as it seems. I'm not who I appear to be.
No! Stop that pop-up screen! My name is not Sinclair, it's Martin!
Martin Applegate.
And I'm not a sink. I'm an insurance claims adjuster from Turkleman City, Florida.
Of course it's a real place. Do I look like the kind of guy who would lie to you? No! That's just what she wants you to think. Allow me to explain. Whoosh!
A strange creature that looks and sounds like a soapy little dog jumps up at your legs, yapping and barking.
Down, Sudsy, down! Keep your bubbles to yourself, you little devil. Woof, woof. Trey, Sudsy. Woof. Go to your tray. Sorry about that. Before I begin telling you my tale of woe and Temple's Shirley, let me let Sudsy out, okay? When he gets like this, I just get really flustered. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, bye! Sink you next time!
An armored soldier with absolutely haunted eyes claps you on the shoulder, his iron grip jerking you towards him before you've even had a chance to introduce yourself.
Ranger! Oh, you survived the journey, and with all your limbs still attached. Thank the immortals you made it here alive.
He stares at you for a few moments, though he doesn't remove his hand from your shoulder.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were a sepratarian. In that case, thank the non-denominational person and/or inanimate object that may or may not be eternal with undefined magic powers who may not even exist at all.
He starts suddenly, clapping his hand to his forehead.
Oh, and heck, where are my manners? Name's Newcomb. Luke Newcomb. Look at you! Sorry, it's been a while since I've seen another face. Except the faces in the walls, of course. They tell me to burn things. But I try to tune them out. Mostly because I already burned everything flammable weeks ago. Nice to meet you too, Ranger. Anyway, forgive me if my extended isolation has eroded some of my social skills. I've just been stuck guarding this outpost for months, and you spend enough time out here alone, it's real easy to go feral. But don't worry, they have great solutions for that now. Total biological and psychological collapse. It ain't pretty. Not like you. Sorry. What was I saying? Oh, I'm just so excited you weren't obliterated. When I heard Colonel Furnace was sending a division from across the Barrens, I thought for sure swarmers would rip your flesh to shreds and use your blood for fuel before you even made it to the first outpost. You certainly are. I appreciate that in a ranger. But wait, you came alone? Where's the rest of your division? Crook! Swarmers be damned. I'm so sorry, Ranger. May the immortals provide the fallen safe transport to the Underrealm and solace in their everlasting night. It's Luke, but I appreciate you too, Ranger. Listen, I wish I could give you more time to decompress. I know you must be exhausted after your journey, but time is of the essence. We have much to discuss, and dangerously little time before our mission commences. I trust Colonel Furnace briefed you on the mission back at the fortification? Why, thank you, Ranger. Here's the situation.
I have, in my possession, a handheld electromagnetic device powerful enough to flatten the Barrens entirely. From Cape Death, to the Death Zone, to Deathtropolis, the Citadel of It's called the Magnetron. Here's an artist's rendering. Whoa is right, Ranger. Anyway, to keep the device from falling into the wrong hands, it was permanently welded onto my armored exoskeleton, allowing me to transport it to its intended target. The Swarmer's subterranean nest. There, the device will be remotely detonated, eradicating the Swarmers and winning this war. Hopefully not. Not with your help. But also, most likely, yes. I need you to meet me back here tomorrow at 0700 hours. After a light breakfast of irradiated grubs, I'll walk you through your training and our mission objectives. All right, it's about time for me to begin my nightly patrol. Gotta make sure no swarmers infiltrate our defenses. May the Immortals watch over and protect you.